Today we're going to be looking at gold charts, the 20th of August 2025. You're welcome to Third Billion TV, and we are going to be paying attention to what we feel the market is going to do. Now, in our last episode, we made it that the market was actually going to do this. So we were at this particular entry here. Let me get this arrow. We're at this entry here. We looked at the market coming down to this zone, going all the way up to this zone, right? And coming all the way down, right? But then this is what the market did. The market came down, tapped on this zone here, went up, and it's experienced a massive sell all the way down, right? So which is okay, right? So the market is still certainly going to come to that very zone here, but then let's take out this point here. Now, this also has been invalidated here, so we're just going to take this out. The sell side liquidity has been taken out tremendously, like it took it out, right? Now, which has given us a very clear break of what structure. Now, what are we looking at in the market? Now, we had this zone, previously before now, this zone here. If you've been following our videos, you'll see that we had this zone like way ahead of time here, right? And now already we've anticipated the market coming all the way down to fill this imbalance that we identified at this very point here. We've anticipated the market coming to fill this imbalance, but then the market really did not go down to fill the imbalance like we expected. It has been giving us clear break of structures to the downside and following a pattern, which is what the market is best at doing. Now, the market has actually come to this particular point here that we anticipated it to come. It reacted a little bit, did not touch our stop loss here, and actually has gone all the way up. Now, there are key zones that this market would probably want to react from. Now, one of these key zones, it has broken one. One of these key zones is this point here, and we can clearly see that we're seeing some level of resistance at that particular zone. Now, it's also possible that the market can break that zone and also move to the upside, right? I am also on this trade already because I'd already imputed my entry at this zone and my stop loss and all that. So when I came back from the gym, I actually saw that the trade is still active, right? So now you can clearly see that. Now there are also some few things the market would want to do. Let's go to the lower time frame here and possibly have a clear picture of that. Now there's a very clear point where the market would want to react, and that is where I am also looking at the possibility to that. Now this is this zone. That's where we have our take profits at that particular point. Now, many people may just be looking at this chart and they feel that they understand it. Just you draw things, they feel like, oh, he's drawing this thing here. No, you really need to get the right knowledge, right? That's why I want to encourage you, do well to, go to meet someone, go to meet a coach, go to meet a mentor who really trades the Forex or crypto market to really teach you, right? You get me? To understand properly. You understand what you really need to know. But then, apart from that, you can also get to reach out to us. Our academy is very much open to offer the necessary knowledge that one needs. So, but then, this is it here. There are clear zones where we can actually pay attention to here. And this is what I am looking at the market coming to do, right? This is what I'm looking at for the market coming to do, right? Coming all the way to that zone, reacting very clear to that zone, and also taking it all the way down. Let's look at the lower time frame and see. Okay, those are very clear zones that we're actually going to see the market going up massively. Now, we are seeing the market creating a doji candle, right? We're seeing the market creating a doji candle here. This can actually be a doji. This is a doji candle, right? An indecision candle, right? That can be as a result of, that can be a doji bearish candle as well. You understand? But let's keep our fingers crossed, to see if the markets can really break these zones, right? And just take it all the way up to that point because of the clear level of imbalance, right? But then this is what we are looking at here. So now if this market gets to that point here, we can experience, okay, let's go to the 45 minutes time frame and just get that point very clear. So let me take this up. Hold on. No. So let me take this point very clearly here. Let me just bring this point a little bit up to make the chart very clean. and just shift this point a little bit here. Yes, shift this point a little bit here, and now let's focus on this, right? So what we're looking at here in the markets here, is this, right? Bring this all the way down to this zone here, right? So this is it. This is what we're looking at here, possibilities on this particular point here. So this is what we're exactly looking at here, possibilities on this point. Now, of course, this point has been mitigated, but we're just going to really let it there. Let's get to this zone here. This entry has been mitigated here, right? This entry has been mitigated, so we're just going to allow it to just get to do its thing. But then this is exactly what we're looking at here. The market's coming to the zone like this here, all the way to this point here, reacting to the zone. You know, it can go up, try to take you out or whatsoever, but then coming all the way down, right? This is the possibility of the trade we're looking at, right? And so you just, once you're analyzing what you're doing, you just have to believe, you just have to be patient, you have to wait, 80% waiting, 10% buying and selling. So you can't really tell what the markets will do. Like this zone here that we're currently seeing a buy from, we waited for this zone patiently, right? We waited for this zone patiently, and we're seeing that dividends of waiting. Now, depending on the lot size you're using, there are a lot of people who certainly would have made crazy amount of money just from this little spike here, right? Crazy amount of money just from this little movement to the upside, right? So it's just one thing you really need to understand about the market. So they must have opened several positions. Some people would have used a very good lot size, and depending on their risk management in terms of belief, they can be able to have that. So just to conclude this video here, right? This is a very point where we are experiencing a resistance here. These are resistance points here. These are resistance points here, right? These are resistance points here. So if we don't see a very clear, movement, you know, of the market to, you know, to break this zone, then we're actually going to see the markets reacting to that zone, which we have seen. But then we want to know if the buyers are very, very stronger than the sellers at that zone, right? So if the buyers are very strong than the sellers at that zone, then we're actually going to see the market just start coming down from this very point like this all the way down, right? But then if the buyers are stronger, then we're actually going to see this market breaking this zone, coming to this zone and reacting from this zone, right? So this is exactly what we're just going to be patient to see. But then we already have our entry, which is at 3331.288. That's our entry, and we're going to see what the market will do. Once again, if you have interest to learn, reach out to Touch Billion Academy, and we're here to guide you with the necessary knowledge you need. Secondly, do well to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you're updated whenever we post videos like this. Like the video, comment, share, and also know that we're here to help you win. Thank you.